What's up, everybody? I have a small project. My late dad's X540. As you can tell, it has a tire off. It's the first time the tire has ever been off of this. Any tire to be... Well, wait a minute, I take that back. I took the front ones off at one time because I thought I needed new wheel bearings, and I didn't. They're just fine. I ended up having to put new caps on the front, but even those ones busted. I was trying to fix it because the original's busted, and I put those on and they busted. So yeah, good luck with that one. Even this has a plastic cap. Look at this. I just wanted to show everybody this. This crazy design going on here with the rear end on these. So this is cast, and then we're going into an aluminum housing. Very interesting. I'm actually going to probably change the rear end oil in this sucker. I have never changed it. This thing only has 218 hours. So technically, according to the John Deere specs, you're supposed to change it every 200 hours, or what is it, 2 years or 4 years maybe? Hold on, let me look. Yeah, I did this. I'm so mad. That was my fault. But I did prevent that from happening again. I took and flipped the one hood thing on the other side, so it only catches on this side. So now, whenever I replace this hood, I won't have to worry about that happening again. That was my Band-Aid I did. It seems to be working for now, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do. A new hood's pretty expensive. Okay, anyways. Oh, okay, so it says here. Change. Oh, no, that's for the engine coolant. So, technically, the coolant is not ready to be changed yet. Well, no, it should. It says 2 years or 400 hours, but I don't even have 400 hours on this sucker. So I probably ought to change that too. I did change the oil, but it looks like I did that in 2020. And my dad had the factory filter still on it when I changed it. And this is a Kawasaki filter. It had a John Deere filter on it. So I'll probably buy a Wix and change it again. I think the last time I changed the oil in this thing, I put Max Life in it, if I remember. I put higher grade engine oil in it, if I remember. I don't know. But anyways. But yeah, I've lubed up everything. Steering cylinder ends. Oh, wow. I didn't even know that existed. Boy, I better probably check over some stuff on this. But I have greased the spindles on the deck and the front axle. I've kept up on all that stuff. Sharpened the blades at one time. I have changed the spark plugs in it. It's a twin cylinder Kawasaki. Thing runs like a champ. It does puff out blue smoke when you first start it. But that is probably... It needs the valves lashed on this, because I have never did it, and it could probably use it. But that's something I'll take this to Deere and let them do that. I don't want to mess this engine up. This is a good running engine, solid engine. I think the only thing I've replaced besides the yellow caps is and the seat. I put a new seat on it. It's not from Deere, but it is a replica of the factory seat. It's pretty much identical. And then, except cushier than the John Deere one that was on here, to be quite honest. I replaced this battery end. It broke on me. And I wanted to replace the whole cable, but I ended up just putting a new end on it. So yeah, the battery, of course, you know. Can't have a 2010 battery last forever. So this battery's been holding up pretty good. I take it out every fall, and I charge it about once a month or every other month. I'll charge it up while I have it sitting inside. So, but Yeah, probably change all the fluids. I did mow with it, and it does a pretty good job. Believe it or not, though, my daughter's 69 Electro 12 wheel horse actually does a better job, to be quite honest. But I like it. This is an easy to use mower. Power steering and everything. So, yeah. Pretty unique looking stuff going on. But yeah, I rotated this tire and I can't find a screw or nothing in it. This is a 2010 model. So, bound to have something go bad eventually. So, I don't know. It is a little weather checked, but not bad. I'm hoping we can tube it, but I don't know. These things are so wide, I don't know if you can tube this or not, to be honest. I know there's certain tires I've tried to tube before, and they said, nope. So, I'll patch it if so, but if they can't patch it, I'd rather just tube it, because I normally just tube tires. Even new ones I tube. I don't know, my dad always did it, so I do it. So, I always figured it took a little bit less stress off the tire than a tubeless tire. So, that's my thinking. But anyways, you can comment below and let me know what you think. But here's the original dealer where it came from. But they are not in business anymore. They moved just a stone throw away to LaGrange, right on State Road 9. And it's a Green Marks dealer now. But yeah, that's my dad. I went with him to get this, and it came with, and I still have it, a tiller and a 2-stage snowblower. And both are in pristine condition. The tiller's only been used, I think, once or twice. Same thing with the snowblower. And I have them in my other building. So, I would actually rather have a snow plow. If I had a plow for this, I would probably use this all year round and plow snow. I wouldn't bat an eye to do that. Now, I wouldn't want to necessarily get too crazy plowing with it just because of the aluminum rear end here, but I don't know. It might hold up. I don't know. But my 520H wheel horse, it's beefy. It'll take it. That's why I normally plow with this in the winter. But I'm getting ready to put a deck on it. I'm going to try to mow with it this year. I got a deck from my friend Steve. I'm missing a cover on the other side, the top cover on the other side, but everything's there. And I've got mule drives, so the belts, the belts are probably a little toasted, but that's all right. Belts are pretty easy to pick up online, so. But I greased all the fittings and kind of had it covered up this winter. So, I'm hoping to mount that deck. I may try to do that tomorrow. We'll see. But anyways, here's the X540. The only real flaw on it's the hood, and that was my fault. I'm an idiot. I should have known better. So, my mistake is going to cost me down the road when I buy a new hood. But it cracked from here to about right here-ish. So, there is plastic welding you can do. I've thought about doing that, but it's just going to crack. I mean, the inevitable is going to happen. So, eventually I'll just replace it. Plus, as you can tell here, you can clean these up, but but if you go to buy a hood, I'll tell you right now, you only get this. You do not get the side pieces or any of the other things attached to it. The headlights and all that stuff does not come with it. So it's just the green part. And unfortunately, you can't just replace the top of this. It's one whole piece. You got to replace this whole darn thing. And the last time I looked, it was almost $500, but it could be cheaper now. I don't know. I haven't really looked because, as you can tell, it's not all busted up like a lot of them. It's just that crack right there. So, If I put it inside, that would help. But oh yeah, I forgot. I got 2 of these actually. I had my brother-in-law a couple years ago used it, and he broke off the little clean out. I ended up replacing that. That wasn't too bad. I bought it online. It was like 12 bucks or something like that. So, but yeah, it's a good machine though. Never had it not start on me or nothing. I did replace the fuel filter a few years ago, just because. So, never did the transmission fluid in this or the antifreeze, so that'll be interesting. And now that I saw that it has a thing under the hood for steering, I'm gonna have to really eyeball under here what it's talking about. I didn't even, man, I just grabbed that from there again. I'm trying to break it some more. I will have to look here. I didn't even pay attention to this sticker. What's that say? Front axle, pivot, and spindles. Yeah, I did that. Maybe not the pivot though. Probably gonna have to look for that. Mower spindles, lift pedal. Yeah, I need to do the lift pedal. Or wait a minute. I don't think it has a lift pedal. It's got a lift is on the dash. It's got a lever. Steering cylinder ends. So the ends of this sucker. Steering cylinder ends. Oh, down here maybe? I don't know. Well, that other end looks like it's got a grease fitting. Looks like a grease. Yep, right there. I need to hit some grease in that sucker. So, we'll see. Anyways, peace out, everybody.